Hello and welcome to week 12 of English 13 OT01 online. This week we are looking at turning in essay number 3, the analysis essay. There's a couple of things I wanted to make sure to go over with you about this essay just as reminders. First of all, make sure that you cite your image somewhere within the I would say the second paragraph where you're giving the description of the image and you talk about the image, if there's a title to it or a artist, for example, if it was a photograph, you need to name the photographer, or if it was a work of art, you need to name the artist, but you're going to need to cite your image within that description. And what you're going to do, this is where you use these tools here to find your image for citation. So you've got works cited. This is just basic information about how to cite an image. It's your basic works cited information in MLA format, as it's always been. And then there's this other tool about how to cite a photograph. Now this will take you to the OWL at Purdue, and it is a general page, works cited, MLA works cited, other common sources, and you'll need to scroll down the page because it talks about an interview, how to cite an interview, how to cite speeches, how to cite published conference proceedings. Just keep going. But down here it says how to cite a painting, sculpture, or photograph. And this is what you are looking for right here. So you're going to be, first of all, using the artist name, and the artist is whoever took the photograph. If the image is a photograph, if you know who it is. If you don't know who it is, then it will be unknown. But do try to find out who took the photograph from wherever you find the photograph at. It's going to be their last name, comma, first name. Then if there's a title of the photograph or the sculpture or the painting, you're going to put that title in italics. Then you're going to have the year that it was created or taken, if it's an image. Then it's going to be where it lives. So, for example, this particular painting by Goya lives in the Museo del Prado in Madrid, Spain. So you would need to put the name of the museum and then the city. So, for example, if it was a photograph that lived in the Museum of Fine Arts in Houston, it would be whoever took the photograph, their last name, first name, the name of the photograph, if there is one, the year it was taken, Museum of Fine Arts, Houston, and then it would be Houston. So it's pretty simple, straightforward. If it's in a book or on another website, it gives you some information here. So this would be as if it was in a book, and this would be if it was online. So again, make sure you scroll down when you use the how to cite a photograph link here. And I will put in here that is from the OWL at Purdue. Now, there's one other tool I want to make sure that you see. If you have a image and you don't know where it came from, for example, you saved this image maybe early on in the course, or maybe it's just an image you've had on your computer for a while, you can use TinEye, the image search tool, to try and find where it came from. So first it's going to verify that I'm a person, which is nice. And it's a reverse image search through TinEye. And you can drag it in, you can paste it in. If you have the URL, which if you have the URL, then you should be able to find it. But if you don't, if you just have the picture, you can drag the picture here and it will find all of the instances of that image on the internet. And all you have to do is choose one of them to use as your source. You can also use Google reverse image search to help you find where that image came from. Really, you just need to have a home for where this image is. But you need to make sure that that citation is in your description of the image, probably at the second paragraph, and make sure that it is in your works cited. And if you have any questions about how the works cited should look, as always, you can find that information in the writing resources under the MLA information. Finally, make sure that you include your image in the essay. Make sure that you put it in there, but it needs to be at the end of your essay. Again, I say at the end of your essay. Don't forget it because there'll be points off for not having it. And don't put it at the beginning because I want to be able to see your description of the image and then look to the end of the essay to see how well you described it, if it's what I pictured in my mind. And that's really why I want it in there at the end. So don't forget it, but don't put it at the beginning either. Finally, because our essay was due on Saturday and this is a holiday weekend, I have moved the due date to the Monday after. So this will actually be due on April 4th. I'm sorry, April 6th instead of April 4th. So not due on April 4th, it'll be due on April 6th. That gives you all of Monday to work on it if you need to, so you're not having to necessarily work on it on the holiday weekend. I didn't realize when I set up all the due dates that was going to be a holiday weekend. So I have done that. If you have any questions about that, be sure to let me know. Now, because I did that, we need to have an assignment for attendance purposes. So I set up a discussion board, just a check-in. All you have to do is tell me how you're doing right now and if you have any plans for summer once the course is over. But be sure to check in because it will count for attendance and it's a super easy 100 to add to your stack of assignments and grades. So easy 100 uh, just for attendance. I hope that's helpful. And again, because of the holiday weekend. So as always, be sure to email me if you have any questions, especially with regards to MLA format or citing your picture, your image. And other than that, have a great rest of your week and a great holiday.